Hello and welcome to today's episode. Today we are baking cupcakes. So Alexa, what's the second step, please?
Step 2. Using an electric whisk, beat 110 grams softened butter and 110 grams golden caster sugar together until pale and fluffy, then whisk in 2 large eggs, one at a time, scraping down the sides of the bowl after each addition.
I'm just going to use a spoon for that. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but in goes the butter with the sugar. Oh, I just realised the camera's too high, you can't actually see what I'm doing. So the butter is going into the bowl, and in goes sugar, and now we're just gonna mush those together until the sugar goes a creamy yellow colour. Kind of works if you use like the back of the spoon, it's a bit easier. Luckily the butter's like soft, because if I was using butter that wasn't quite softened, then it'd be a bit more difficult, but you just kind of mush it together like that. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to come back to you once this is all kind of smushed in. Okay, now the flour and butter and sugar are all smushed in together. We are going to add our eggs, so I'm going to break them into this bowl and then whisk them up. Right, let's see. Look at those eggs, are really big. Oh.
I don't want an egg flying at me.
Oh. Okay. First egg in. There we go. Clean break. And that's actually pretty good. We didn't get any shell in. Look at that. Oh wait, you can't see. Yeah, you can. There you go. And then we've got to add the other egg. Yoki! Yoki! Right, there we go. Eggs are in, and now we're just gonna whisk those in.
It's gonna be lovely. Just gonna have that clean bronze without even showing she has to wash up.
Just kind of whisk it together. I'm also, I think I'm gonna I've got some raspberries on the fridge, so I'm gonna mash those up and add those into the cakes as well, because I think that might go quite nicely.
I do have central filling.
Right, so now our egg, it's pretty whisked up. I'm just gonna mix this egg in with the butter and the sugar now. So, take the fork out first. And then in goes the egg with the butter and the sugar. And I'm just gonna mix that together, kind of. It's all kind of looks a little bit weird now, but there we go. Eggs, butter and sugar are all mixed together. On to step 3. Alexa, repeat step 3, please.
Step 3. Add half a teaspoon vanilla extract, 110 grams self-raising flour and a pinch of salt. Whisk until just combined, then spoon the mixture into the cupcake cases.
Okay, so this is the vanilla extract that I'm using. And I think I'm just going to use half a teaspoon, which I think is about that much, so in goes that. And then in goes the flour. You don't have a sieve, do you?
No.
Well, in goes the flour.
Do you want me to wash these?
Yes please. In goes the flour and
Other one.
salt. Sea salt. Just do a pinch of that in there. Mix that together. Oh, there we go. Mix that together like so. And that is coming together quite nicely. Oh, I'm going to come back once this is all mixed in properly. Now this is all mixed together properly, I'm going to prepare my cupcake cases. So we've got our tray prepared. We've got blue and yellow cupcake cases. And I'm just going to randomly put them on the tray. So do blue in some, yellow in the other. Now these cupcake cases don't quite fit into this tray, but that's okay, because it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to work with tools that we've got. So we've got our yellow cupcake cases, and then on go the blue cupcake cases as well. So yeah, that's all our cupcake cases prepared. Now I didn't use self-raising flour, so I'm gonna put a teaspoon of baking soda in instead, because I don't have self-raising. So I'm gonna put a teaspoon of baking powder in here. Go a teaspoon of baking powder in there. No, baking soda, because that will help the cakes to rise. Now I will whiz. Now I think I'm gonna put some blue food colouring in. I wasn't going to initially, but we're gonna put some in because I thought it might be some fun to see how these cupcakes turn out. So in goes the food colouring. Mix it a little bit. And you can see that has kind of got a bit of a greeny colour, but that's fine because I'm making these cupcakes for my nephews, so I'm sure they'll thoroughly enjoy funny coloured cupcakes. Oh, got a bit of food colouring on my finger, but oh well, it's part of the fun. Can always wash my hands up afterwards. So in goes the food colouring. Those cakes are looking a bit green. Right, so now the food colouring's all mixed in. We're gonna have some green cupcakes. That'll be fun. Right, Alexa, what's step 4, please?
Step 4. Bake for 15 minutes until golden brown and a skewer inserted into the middle of each cake comes out clean. Leave to cool completely on a wire rack.
Okay, so now I'm going to disperse the cupcake mixture into the cupcake cases, and then we'll put them into the oven. For this, I'm going to use my spoons so I can kind of just scoop. Now this might be a bit messy, but here we go. Mess is all part of the fun, I suppose. Thank you. You're on camera, okay? Oh, you're feeding Spike. So I'm just going to put a spoon into each of the cupcake cases, and then if there's any extra, I'll put another spoon in each case. Now the baking powder, soda stuff, should help the cakes to rise, because I was supposed to use self-raising flour, but my sister doesn't have any, and I'm at my sister's, so I'm in my sister's kitchen. So this is actually kind of the fun bit. So woo! Gotta try not to flick the cake mixture all over my sister's kitchen. We're doing well so far.
Why do you think I'm hiding?
Right. We're doing alright so far. This is not...
I didn't know, I was thinking, should I?
So yeah, this might take a bit of time, so I'm going to come back to you once all the cupcake cases have been filled, and then we will get them into the oven. Okay, so now that the cakes are all in their cases, we're going to put them into the oven for 15 minutes. And now we wait 15 minutes. Woo! Okay, so whilst we're waiting for our cakes to cook, I've got some raspberries. I'm gonna wash them and put them into a bowl and mush them up. These are gonna be kind of like a little treat, like inside of the cupcakes. Let me just quickly give these a wash. Now that our raspberries are all washed, in the bowl they go, and then we're gonna mush them all up into one kind of mushy raspberry paste kind of texture. Mushed squishy raspberries. For this, I'm just going to use the back of a spoon, and you just kind of smush them all together. Now, raspberries are quite nice. I think they're going to work very, very nicely with this. With these cakes. I'm trying to make sure there's not like excess liquid in here, but it looks like there might be a little bit. But you want it to be kind of like a puree, mushy, squishy, liquidy kind of texture. Yeah, you're just gonna mush it like that. Make sure it's all kind of squished. Oh, now that's done, I'm gonna put your raspberries to one side and we're gonna melt some chocolate. So I've got a bowl here, a bowl and a saucepan. I'm gonna put some hot water in the saucepan, and then I'm gonna break up the chocolate pieces and put them in. So I'm just gonna let the tap run for a minute to heat the water up, because we want that water nice and hot. So here's our chocolate, and you're just going to break it into like little cubes. I haven't got the strength in my arms to break it, so I'm going to use a knife. Oh. You just want to break it up into like little square pieces. This might be kind of loud, so I'm gonna come back once the chocolate is all broken up. Okay, so we've got our chocolate here all kind of like broken up. You don't have to use a whole bar, but I did, because it's always better to have too much than not enough. We've got our saucepan with hot water, so we're just going to place our bowl of chocolate into the saucepan of hot water, and hopefully this will melt our chocolate. Worst case scenario, I'm just going to stick it in the microwave for a few minutes. Hopefully that will kind of break the chocolate up nicely and melt it. But this is cooking chocolate that I am using, so I probably should have picked different chocolate. Oh wait, no, I think it is working. It is working, but you've just got to kind of mix it around so that the heat's getting to all of the chocolate. Don't know how well you can see it, but it is just kind of starting to melt. I don't want to like keep taking it out, because then it like might not work. But it is melting gradually, very, very gradually. So we've got our raspberry mush and our chocolate melting. The cupcakes are still in the oven, so hopefully this will completely be melted. I'm just going to put this to one side and be back with you in 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes now. The chocolate is melting really, really well. Our raspberries are all mushed together, and our cakes have just been taken out of the oven. So I need to check whether they're cooked properly. They are quite soft. Bear with me. Now, an easy way to check whether they're done. I'm sorry, I'm holding a butter knife. Easiest way to check whether they're done is to push a knife into the top. If it comes out clean, they're done. If there's still stuff, if there's stuff stuck to the knife, put them in for another 5-10 minutes. They should be done then. So as you can see, there is still stuff on the knife. So unfortunately, these are not finished cooking. So I'm going to put them back into the oven for another 5 minutes, and hopefully they will be done. Okay, let's weigh out 2 I think. I don't want to do loads, so I'm going to do 100 grams of icing sugar. Let's
Come in and out of the days. We can hear them.
oh no!
They'll come in if they need anything.
I put it in before the
She was
weighing
might
scales
not be
were
back
put
to
on.
around 6.
There we go. Let's weigh out 150 grams of icing sugar. So that's 29 grams. That's 65 grams. That's nearly 100 grams. That's 130. 134. 140. 142. 148. 150 grams. There we go. Now let's put that to one side for now. And the 150 grams of icing sugar can go into our bowl. Whew, a little bit dusty there. And then we'll leave that turn itself off. We're going to get our blue food colouring, and we're going to add, I want this to be quite blue, so we're just going to add quite a bit in. And oh, where did we put that blooming spoon?
Okay. How are those cakes coming along?
They are doing alright. I've misplaced the spoon that I was using. No.
Have you done it with boiled water?
Yeah.
Put it on the hob and then it'll, with the boiled water, it'll keep it warm and it'll melt it quicker. Just move these cakes.
Can you move them like that?
And put them in the hob.
There.
Oh, they look nice.
Yeah, they're doing alright.
Wow. Yeah, they do.
So I'm just going to do a spoon of milk at a time because I don't want to over flood the
Yeah, that's alright. If you don't mind, like you can take him. Yeah. Because it's Tommy to go and play, but there's a lot of Thomas. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, thank you.
Oh, look.
You know, I just needed to talk
it does work.
Is everything alright? And I went, yeah. That's getting into her, that was. Yeah, and she was stood right with them. What did you do with the raspberries? Have you done it?
Mushed it.
What, you put them in the cakes already?
No.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Can you use that?
Sorry. I don't want it to burn. And it just makes it look quicker, doesn't it?
I do a spoonful of milk at a time. And mix. You see the icing is kind of starting to come together. So you're just going to add a spoonful of milk at a time to the icing, and it should come kind of a thick puree kind of thing. You can add food colouring if you wanted to. I've added blue food colouring. And then you just mix it all together until all of your icing sugar is mixed in and the liquid is nice and thick. Hey Jaden. I know Tommy's here. Auntie Jenna's making some cupcakes.
Yeah.
Look at the colour of the icing.
Oh, blue.
Yeah.
Your chocolate, baby. It's on the table in a wrapper.
When they're finished, Jaden, you and Tommy can try one.
Yeah, I like them.
They're cooling down at the minute, and I've got to decorate them.
Yeah, okay.
You can see the icing's coming together a little bit now. There's still some icing sugar there. I'm going to add one more spoonful of milk.
Big
Two,
boy,
actually.
okay. You've got
then-
scooters and stuff in your bedroom too.
That's our
Go on, take it
icing
out.
all done pretty much. Just got to mix it together.
Your chocolate's done, baby. It's starting to burn.
Oh, can you take it off for me, please, Joe?
Shit.
There we go. The icing is done. Our raspberries are mushed into a weird kind of puree. Icing, that will thicken up on its own now.
You might as well go smoke out the back of it. Yeah, we don't get watched.
And there. Icing done. There is a bit of excess milk. I might make myself a milkshake with that later. Oh, and the chocolate's done as well. Awesome. There we go.
I need that there, though.
Chocolate is mixed together nicely. Our icing's all sorted.
Make sure the chocolate don't
Mushed
start
raspberries.
curdling.
That's quite thick as well. And now, hopefully, once our cakes have cooled down enough, we can begin the decoration process. See you in a few minutes. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm hoping that these will be done now. And the only way to really test if they're done is if the knife comes out clean afterwards. So let's test this one here. I'm going to go roughly for the middle. So there is kind of like a little bit that came off that. So that is not quite done yet. This, mostly clean. This one, mostly clean. Nothing from that one. Clean. 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 There's a little bit of mess from that one. Bit of mess from that one as well. This one, which you can't see because it's off camera. most of those are done. The knives come in clean on most of them, so I'm gonna say that those are done because I don't want to risk burning them. Some of them are still kind of coming out with stuff still on the knife. But I think most of those are done, and I don't want to burn any. I'm trying to work out how to pick the bloody tray up because the tray's hot, so I don't want to touch it with my bare hand. I'm just going to put those to one side to cool down now, because I think they are done, or as close to done as they are going to go without burning. And now we are going to make our icing, if I can get the weighing scales to turn on. There we go, and it's already set to grams. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna icing sugar. We've got our icing sugar, and how much is there in this? 1 kilogram? Oh, comes with instructions. Right. Lift the icing sugar into a bowl and gradually we're gonna use milk instead. So we're gonna, hang on, we need our mixing bowl again. Our chocolate is melting really well. Bear with me. Okay, so now our cakes are all ready to be decorated. I'm gonna get this little spoon, and I'm just gonna make a little dip in the middle.
Especially whilst he's in that crate. Yeah. It's horrible. Could you imagine having to spend 2 weeks in a crate like that? Horrible, isn't it? Horrible. But his hip's looking better now. Have you seen how he can actually...
Just going to use my finger and make like a little hole in the middle. I'm going to take the cake.
What do they want for dinner? Because I'm thinking...
Make like a little hole in the middle.
I might do a toad and a half.
Ooh, toad in the hole sounds
I'm going to eat toad and a half. I'll probably eat it, but I'll probably have to take the sausage and put the sausage aside.
And the Yorkshire.
Yeah, the side. Okay, so if I just done like a toad and a half and then split the Yorkshire off Jaden's in between the both of them. Yeah, that's fine. Or even if you just put it in, and if he doesn't want it,
I'm going to take some raspberry, mushed raspberry, and put it into
just realised that on video.
the hole. I can crop it out. It's fine.
What, so as if like I wasn't there? Should have made like a little hole in them.
Yeah, that's what I did, but it won't.
And then you should have used the piping thing and shoved it inside.
Actually, I might do that. That one's going to come apart a little bit. That one's a bit of a...
Oh yeah, wait, where is... Very focused today.
Right. Use
What?
this fun little piping thing.
My booster done. Do not get it.
I'm not.
Oh, bless him. Not seen my mum or dad's. Well, seen my mum on Saturday. Not seen my dad for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's longer as well.
Oh wait.
I didn't meet Dad. You don't know how to do it.
I've
So
never used.
you put the stuff in there, and then when
that
you
bit goes.
push it
Oh,
down,
okay.
Yeah, just make sure that this is obviously
On properly.
and make sure it doesn't come all the way through. Yeah.
place it inside of it before you.
Yeah.
I would. I'll just go out for a fag.
Love
ya.
you. Now, place the raspberry in here. This has kind of leaked a little bit. That's okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this raspberry stuff in the little holes. I probably didn't need to use as much of the raspberries as I did, but I did. Oh wait, actually, it's puree. The raspberry. So our icing is actually blue, but I'm mixing some of the raspberry stuff in with it. I'm actually gonna add some more icing sugar to that, just to thicken this up. Just to thicken this icing up. This icing is very, very, very runny. Yep, mix that up. That's gone kind of a weird purpley colour. That will thicken up on its own, I think.
Chop it off. Is it all better now?
Yes. No, not that one.
What? Why not that one?
I want a juice cup.
No, you don't need a juice cup, Mum. Are you at home? I make Tommy a juice in a cup too.
Juice cup.
No,
Oh,
You big boy, Jaden.
you
yeah.
don't need a juice cup.
Show good behaviour. I can't let you have cupcakes.
You take that one to Tommy.
Well, we're in the garden if you want to come join us.
Okay. I'm just gonna spoon. The chocolate over the top. Okay, so now most of the cakes are coated with chocolate. Got a bit of chocolate on my finger. I'm gonna put the cakes in the fridge to give the chocolate a chance to stiffen, so that the tops of the cakes will be easier to decorate, and the icing will thicken up a bit. So one of my cakes has kind of just splattered, but into the fridge they go. Okay, so our cakes, the chocolate has actually stiffened on the top of the cakes, so now we can decorate. We've got some Kit Kats, and the icing that I was using was supposed to be blue, but I had a bit of a wobble with the raspberries and the icing, so it went purple. So our icing is now a thicker temperature. So I'm gonna put the icing, and there we go, the finished cakes. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Bye!